could see them start popping out as she's watering it. Watch.
Let's see what's going on. Let's go to. They running.
Look on the top of the container. Look all around.
We're walking in as two white guys and a Chinese girl with a weird pair of glasses. If they communicated at all,
we're done, dude.
If they took 5 seconds off of every minute, we would lose 2 hours a day, guys. 2 hours a day, 14 hours a week, 60 hours a month, and we'd lose a full month every year, 730 hours.
Man, grand rising to the collective. Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate you if you're watching the TV, whatever the case is. I wish it was smooth 7. Might be a trigger warning or 2. I hope not. But I did have to go ahead and say, bear with me today. I just got, I literally less than 24 hours ago was at the dentist. I got some feelings. So my face still kind of hurting. It's all on this side, yo. So bear with me. I had to come through with y'all, drop another video. It's Friday, so I typically don't drop. But I'm going to drop one today. Probably because Sunday we might not drop one. I'll keep y'all posted. I'll let y'all know. Sunday I got some things to handle. But I'm going to go ahead and probably give y'all more than 4. Maybe probably like 5 or 6. Starting on Monday. But I did have to say, damn. Why people in the comments, why y'all be going at me so hard? I be sitting there looking at it like, damn, bro. If you think that's going to piss me off, bro, you got, I've been through some other crazy shit. So you got to come harder than that. And it's got to be more than just a comment. But I wish everybody love, man. I wish everybody peace. I wish everybody abundance, wealth. If I triggered you, I apologize. I mean that. I hope you enjoy these rollouts just for entertainment purposes. And I love y'all, collective. I ain't going to hold you. Y'all know what it is. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
Yo, I'm just trying to figure out why I'm the only person with a red box on my face.
Why is that? Shh.
I'm not in a red box. But then, what does that mean?
What does that mean? That's a good question. Because she was the only one in that store with the red box around her head. Now, people saying that means that you stole before and they're watching you. That's what they said. I wouldn't know. I wasn't there. I don't run the security system. But why was that red box around her head? Stop playing with me, son. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know what the hell is going on over there at that store. And you know what store I'm talking about. But guess what? I don't know. Something's up. Shut up! Do it when you go to the store next time. Put the camera out to the other camera and see if there's a red box around you. Then you will know, because everybody else, there was no red box. And stop playing with me, son. It's not a game on you guys. You know what time is it. Shh. Shut up! Walmart updated their technology. Some people say it's an AI scanning your face. But why was it only scanning her face? That's what they said. Like I said, I wouldn't know. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game on you guys. You know what time is it. But I tell you one thing. If I ever go to Walmart, right, and I pull my camera phone up and I point it at the camera and there's a red box around my head, can I please see the manager?
I used to work at Walmart, bro, and I can't tell you what that means.
This next story that's coming out of LA might be the craziest story of the year 2026. And I know that we're all familiar with the term underground cities, and we've all heard it in one way or another. And we've also heard the fact that allegedly there are people living in underground cities. And allegedly, from this next video that I'm about to share with you, this may become reality in LA. Take a look at this video.
So if LA couldn't get any creepier with all the problems of crime and homeless, I ran into this billboard on this lot. So this is a vacant lot for construction. And it says, live life deeper, 144 stories underground. You may never go outside again.
And you heard what she said toward the end of that video. You may never go outside again. Never go outside again? So I guess the question should be, who and why are they building that type of alleged underground city? Who is it for? Take a step back and think about that statement that was posted on the wall of that alleged construction site in LA. Underground apartments, underground city. You may never have to go outside again. What type of underground city would they be building that you will never have to come outside again for? So I guess my question to you is, if this turns out to be real, why are they building these underground cities like that? Why are they doing it? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
Do you have the eyes to see, or do you still believe in dinosaurs? This is the island of Bora, and I'm going to take the next few minutes and prove to you that it's a petrified dragon. But first, if you don't already believe in dragons, let me catch you up. Let's first take a look at what the 1946 dictionaries used to say. Dragons, now rare. Let's see what Alexa has to say about this. Alexa, how many dragon fossils have been found in the United States?
The number of dragon fossils found in the United States is limited. Only 5 fossils have been discovered so far, limiting the knowledge about these creatures. These fossils are studied by researchers to learn more about dragon species and their evolution. While the findings are preliminary, they provide insights into the life and times of these majestic creatures.
So the dictionary says they're real. Alexa says they're real. Several weeks ago in the UK, they found a fossil that looked like this, even though they called a plesiosaur. That sure looks like a dragon to me. And just a few weeks after that was found, CNN reveals that their scientist actually unveiled dragon remains. Not to mention how they're part of the Chinese zodiac with all real animals, and how there are over 30 verses in the Bible that reference dragons, and how my friend Lori sent me this amazing 1922 dictionary that just happens to have the word dragon in it. And let's see what it says. Is it going to say fictional character, mythical beast? Or is it going to say something else? Winged serpent. Now, if all this information isn't enough for you, we can take a look at the 2 dragons that I found in the United States that are fossilized. Here's one's head, and its wings stretch out here. Another one is up here at the 4 corners of 4 different states. Let's take a closer look. Not only can you make out this one's wings, and its torso, and its neck, and its head, that literally is called Black Dragon Reservoir, right where its mouth is open. And when you zoom in on the Black Dragon Reservoir, which is its mouth, you can literally see its jagged teeth, its entire jawline, even its molars. There's its eye, its entire head. So now that you might be a little bit more open-minded to the fact that dragons actually existed and their petrified remains are what we actually walk on, I want to show you another discovery I made about volcanoes involving dragons that's going to help me further prove to you that that is a petrified dragon. You see, once you start questioning things, you question everything, and I decided to start questioning volcanoes. So I went volcano hunting because I wanted to see what I could see. And I went to Mount Rainier in Washington. And right away I noticed something. And you might not see it right away, but I sure did. But take a look, and then I'll show you. How about now? Is it coming clear now? So I thought, maybe this is just a coincidence. Maybe this actually is just pareidolia. So I went to another volcano, and I found another face that looked pretty similar, down to its eyes, and even nose, and mouth. And when you compare 2 different volcanoes side by side, faces are clearly there, but this isn't even the half of it. Because I kept hunting, and I kept going to volcanoes, and I kept finding remnants of dragons. Do you see this face here, down to its eye, long beak, and its whole dragon body? Again, this isn't even the end of it. This would have been its stomach. And if that still wasn't enough evidence for you, just go to the Google Maps and type that in and see this perfect outline of a dragon. And if you've seen my volcanoes are caused from the insides of dragons, well, look at this smoke just billowing out of where that dragon is. Now, maybe you have, or maybe you haven't seen that when animals die, sometimes they fill with gas. This is a whale ready to explode, and you want to see what that looks like? Viewer be warned if you're squeamish. Now let's hear what type of gases are in there.
A blue whale can weigh up to 150 tons. And when something that massive starts decomposing, things get intense. Bacteria inside the body feed on the whale's organs and tissues, and as they break it down, they release gases like methane, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen sulfide, the same gas that smells like rotten eggs. But here's the problem. Whale skin is tough, and their blubber, incredibly thick. So all those gases, they get trapped. The whale basically turns into a giant pressure cooker, and without a release, the pressure builds and builds.
Did you hear the type of gases that come out of there? Let's listen again.
They release gases like methane, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen sulfide.
Gases like methane, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen sulfide. Do you see what this is from? Volcanoes emit many gases. How interesting that an exploding animal releases the same gases as a volcano, and a volcano just happens to look like a dragon's face. Oh, and remember how I said Bora Bora was a dragon? Well, would you look at that? Bora Bora was once an active, massive volcano. Oh, and remember here, this big dragon in the United States, and they always tell us the truth in plain sight, and it's called Black Dragon Reservoir, right where its mouth is? Well, do you want to see what this peak is called? Well, it's right there, and it's called Mount Otemanu, and the meaning of that is the peak that sucks up living things from the heart of the sky. What would suck up things from the sky? Maybe a dragon? Oh, but there's more. It's a peak that sucks up living things, consuming spirits and bodies. Also described as a bird. You know, something that flies. Now I ask you again, do you have eyes that can see? Or do you still think dinosaurs existed? Now, come here. I want to let you in on a little secret. They created dinosaurs out of thin air to help push their theory of evolution, to make you think you're an evolved chimp spinning on a ball in endless space instead of in a divinely created realm created by a spiritual, all-seeing, all-knowing, divine being who loves you. They want you disconnected from that so they can control you and keep you under their ruling thumb. And they isn't who you think. Go watch my videos the past month and you'll know who they are. In fact, they created dinosaurs so you wouldn't know they existed. But of course, all this is for entertainment purposes. I'm sure that's pareidolia. That's definitely not an eye that looks exactly like that depicted eye. Entertainment only, people. I'm a satire account. I don't really care about helping humanity see through the lies we've all been told so we can take our power back and, well, get these fallen angels out of here. Entertainment only.
What's your thoughts? Was he reaching? Because y'all say he be reaching.
So yes, it's about the oil, but there's even a bigger agenda than what you can even imagine. Operation Northwoods was a 1962 U.S. Department of Defense plan that proposed having false flag attacks on American soil to justify a full-scale war with who? With Cuba. Venezuela is the route to Cuba. It's not a conspiracy theory. They tried to take Cuba back then. The chosen ones have been trying to get their hands on Cuba for quite some time. Well, the ones who think they're chosen. And now they finally have their puppets in place to make it happen. Trump isn't really the president of the United States. Netanyahu, he's the president. They have their route through Venezuela, and now they are going to take Cuba. That's the ultimate prize.
Cuba is a communist dictatorship. Their days are numbered. We're going to wake up one day, I hope in 26, in our backyard, we're going to have allies in these countries, not narco-terrorist dictators killing Americans.
What about the Americans that's in charge killing?
Can someone explain to me what the heck is going on with our food supply? And why do I say that? Because a woman opened up a can of this Quaker Oats 1-minute quick oatmeal that she purchased at Walmart and noticed some worms crawling around inside the container. You heard what I said, worms crawling around inside the container. If you haven't seen the viral video, take a look at this. Look at this.
Nobody no
Watch.
oatmeal from Walmart.
You could see them start popping out as she's watering it. Watch.
Let's see what's going on. Scoot up. They running.
Look on the top of the container.
running.
Look all around.
That's too much. Oh, running.
Look at them crawling out of the top of the container.
It's falling. Oh.
Look at this.
Oh, no, don't come up this side.
Oh my. No. Oh, no. This is both disgusting and disturbing at the same time. But who's to blame for this? Is it the store that sold it? Or is it the packaging company for Quaker Oats? Any way you slice it, if you have this in your home, open the container, take a look inside. Make sure nothing is worming around, so to speak. As I said from the very beginning, it is very difficult to trust anything we purchase in the store these days. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on this, and as always, I'd love to hear from you.
I ain't never seen no shit like that from the Quaker Oats.
Hold on. Is anybody else thinking what I'm thinking? I just want to know. Is anyone else like, you know?
She ain't chunking up bees, bro. She throwing up something else.
At the most recent UFO hearings, it's been suggested that extraterrestrial aliens could have bases here on the Earth, and that those bases would most likely be underwater, whether in an ocean or a deep, deep lake. Now, this idea comes as no shock to me, since I've been talking about this for 15 years. Yeah, for at least 15 years I've been saying, if aliens had a base, extraterrestrial aliens, on the Earth or to observe the Earth, the best two places to have it would be in the oceans or on the moon, unless the moon itself is some kind of alien-based technology. The reason I believe this is because human beings are violent. We're a violent species. Imagine if extraterrestrials, aliens, came from a place where they've never killed another life. And when they observe Earth, the people of Earth, they see us eating other life forms. That would absolutely freak you out. So if they had some kind of base here on the Earth, they wouldn't want it anywhere humans can walk up to. But my question is, what do you think of the possibility that extraterrestrial aliens have bases on the Earth? Let me know here on the forehead. Well, not there. How about the comment section? Shabadoo Bushkis. Shabadoo.
Shout out Joe Gillsby the Great, man. Legend. Again, go run him up. Tell him I sent you. That's my guy. But I got a question. So I've been thinking. A lot of people quick to say celebrities are quick to sell their soul. They're quick to not tell the truth in order to keep their money, right? What's the difference between people who go to work and do what they don't want to do? So like there's people who make decisions that affects other people's livelihoods or affects other people's living conditions, how much money they make, letting somebody go. There's people making real life decisions on other people's lives. Banks, people who work in banks. No offense, I'm just saying. I worked in mortgage, so this is why I'm asking that question, because there was times where I've had to see decisions made for the elderly being scammed for home improvements or mortgages and didn't know. And I can't help them. There's nothing I can do. They already signed the contract. You know what I mean? What's the difference between everyday people who doing something they don't want to do that's affecting others and a celebrity who is selling their soul for money that may not even be hurting others' livelihoods? They hang around a certain crew of people who believe in a certain thing that, you know, what's the difference? Is there a difference? Because at the end of the day, if one is selling their soul for money or doing something they don't want to do for money, and the other's doing what they don't want to do for money, but they all doing it for money, isn't the money the mark of the beast or the beginning steps of it? What's the difference between them? They both doing something immoral for some money, right? Money's still making their decision at the end of the day. Their decision is being made based off money they making. You get what I mean? So what's the difference? Or is it just because they make a lot of money and that is harder to get into is why it's a problem? I'm asking. Like, I gotta ask these uncomfortable questions, especially if I'm thinking about it. Man, what's y'all thoughts, man? Let me know.
All right, is it me or is time moving faster right now? I know it sounds crazy, and hopefully I don't disappear after I post this video, but if they shave just 5 seconds off of every minute that we have, which really wouldn't be a crazy thing to do, think about it like this, okay? All of us get our current time usually from our phones. I have a watch, a $15 watch. Not many people wear a watch nowadays, and if you do, it's a smartwatch. And people have posted videos where their watch they had in their dresser or their alarm clock that still had batteries is at a way different time and date after they've left it somewhere, right? It's almost like when you're at a red light and you see somebody's blinker going in front of you, okay? And then you put your blinker on and they sync up for a moment, but not for long, right? Because they're not on a perfect timer. They're not in sync. They can't be in sync. At one point, they won't be in sync, right? But all of our phones show a time that's perfectly in sync. The same time that like the New York Stock Exchange uses, or all of this media that they push down our throats. If they took 5 seconds off of every minute, we would lose 2 hours a day, guys, 2 hours a day, 14 hours a week, 60 hours a month, and we'd lose a full month every year, 730 hours. So maybe time is really actually going much faster because they've literally shaved off 5 seconds of our time. Now, there's really no way to really dive down this rabbit hole unless one of you guys has something I don't know, but it seems to me nobody has time for anything anymore, and time is simply moving faster. And I haven't seen anyone post about this, so I dubbed this as a new conspiracy theory or whatever you guys want to call it. New merch is out. It's live. NomadSoldierArmy.com. I'm Sammy the Kid with Food, Shelter, Water, reminding you guys that your government is lying to you. The sky is literally the limit, and the earth is flat and stationary. Have a good night, guys, and watch out because things are getting spicy.
I think it's crazy that y'all have more outrage from a grown woman playing with dolls than a man creating a contraption for roaches. And there's people like justifying it, saying that, oh, animals can't feel pain, or like the roaches are so small it doesn't matter. The fact that that would even register in someone's brain to create a contraption to roaches is crazy. I think that they should put this man on a list. This is like one of those people that you have to watch out for because they're probably a serial. Like, this is genuinely crazy. And people were mad at me for saying, do I think men should start their way in prison and prove their way out? And you know what I was met with? I was met with threats. Society is genuinely willing to criticize a woman playing with dolls and judge her more than they do a man that created a contraption to roaches. And I saw it and it looks disturbing. It genuinely looks disturbing, and you have to be sick to even think about something like this.
So why would you put all the fellas, how y'all feel? Like, that was a crazy statement to say. And it was a crazy statement of what she got met with after saying it. But it's like, the world is a twisted, dark-ass place. Instead of somebody just sitting her down having a talk with her, somebody came back with what they came back with. I mean, I see it in the comments too, but I mean, that's what it's the internet, bro. Like, what? People wouldn't say that shit to you, but people will pop shit in the comments. That's just what they do. They get people, everybody tough from a comment section. Like, I don't know, bro. That was that. I mean, the whole shit, everything she said, everything they said, like, everything that was created, like, some things that she said was like, bro, what is wrong with, what? I haven't came across a clip in a long time that made me just be like, I don't even know what to say, bro. What's your thoughts? Shit's crazy. People are crazy, bro.
Let's talk about how whitewashing villainized black women's magic in Louisiana, you heard me? Now, and whitewashed Louisiana voodoo stories are often portrayed in the United States through films and a lot of television shows. In 1987, there was a movie called Angel Heart, and about a decade later, it followed up with Eve's Bayou. Now, these classic films that's based in Louisiana, it spotlight black and Creole women who practices voodoo, but on a villainized level. Now, in the movie Angel Heart, the film that's directed by this white male, had a lot of overtones in it. And young Lisa Bonet stars as the epiphany of the film. And she's portrayed as an outcast, sacrificing an animal and having sex in a graphic sexual scene in blood. But at the end of this film, her character was killed off. Elements of voodoo added layers to make it an intricate story. But they wanted a voodoo woman that young Eve would go visit to basically place a curse on her father. The Creole female characters was basically complex and mysterious. Now, while black men and black non-binary folks practice Louisiana voodoo, black women are most often depicted as the voodoo villains, with this type of harmful and frightening looking powers. A whitewashed voodoo manages to romanticize every element of Southern magic except the black woman. This further complicates our spiritual identity, and this makes you hesitant to openly worship outside of white norms. Our offerings at the tomb of New Orleans voodoo priestess Marie Laveau, 1801 through 1881. She healed a lot of people during the yellow fever epidemic in the 19th century. This was with her knowledge and her medicinal herbs.
Damn, I want to hear part 2.
I'm not saying that the firmament is starting to roll back like a scroll or that the tent is being packed up, but it's something to consider. So Isaiah 40 says, "It is he who sits above the circle of the earth, and its inhabitants are like grasshoppers, who stretches out the heavens like a curtain and spreads them like a tent to dwell in." So a tent? That video is from Alaska. That is not any type of like contrail or anything to that effect. It literally has a shadow. And I just saw this on the Aurora cams the other night, also in Alaska, and I was like, is that exactly what's in that one video? Look here and here. Here's a close-up. And these are live webcams. Anybody can go and look at these. And here. These very much look like the cords on the inside of a tent to me. And sure, maybe this could all be another big set of coincidences, but I don't know, I find this really weird. "Behold Zion, the city of our appointed feast. Your eyes will see Jerusalem, an untroubled habitation, an immovable tent, whose stakes will never be plucked up, nor will any of its cords be broken. In contrast, your cords hang loose, they cannot hold the mast firm in its place or keep the sail spread out." I'm having a really hard time convincing myself that this is something other than like a 3D physical cord. This looks very similar too. And this one. The firmament rolls back like a scroll right before the end, and God sets up the firmament like a tabernacle tent. Tabernacles have cords. Again, I am not saying for certain that this is what this is. Use discernment. But if you ask me what I think it is...
What's y'all thoughts? Is that a big ass reach?
I do know that the hood / the projects is called the projects because it's an experiment. They're experimenting on a group of people to see how they would act in these conditions. They do the same thing with rats. They put rats in bad conditions where they have limited food supply. They all stacked up on each other with no room. Don't clean out their litter. Like, this is real. Y'all can search this. To the point where like the rats would start attacking each other. They'll start fighting and going to war. They did the same thing with people that live in the projects. They give them limited resources, have them stacked up on each other in these buildings. Guess what that leads to? People going to war with one another because they're living in a stressful environment. Even animals react in this way. So what do you think is going to happen when you put people in this stressful ass environment with limited resources? You really think they're going to walk outside hippy skippy and happy and jolly? No, niggas going to be sliding, murking shit, drilling shit, going to war. Niggas not about to walk outside happy. Folks is stressed. And people of other demographics and different backgrounds got some nerve to really look at the people that grow up in the projects like they're the issue. Nigga, they working with what they got. It's like you being mad at a rat for being in a stressful ass cage with 100 different rats stacked up on each other and talking about why you mad, why you got an attitude. Nigga don't have no room to grow. Of course he gonna go and chew up and eat up other rats that's in the cage. Make it make sense. Spirituality.
The thing about this right here, if somebody watching, if they are the people that he's talking about that, you know, points the finger, remember, the thing is, they all trying to stress us out and limit the resources. They literally are, bro. I mean, a lot of people just fell for the oil talk, but aren't we supposed to be going headed towards electric? So what the hell we need oil? You see what I mean? It's so many different perceptions, but at the end of the day, they limited our resources. They adding inflation, and if y'all, I don't know about y'all, but out here in California, how many new neighborhoods are they rebuilding and all the houses are less than 2 inches away from each other? No backyards to grow nothing, to do nothing, no space to even move. You can't even fart without your neighbors hearing this shit. Like, how many people are experiencing that? They're gonna have us living on top of each other too, because we're gonna be easier to control when they put the clamps on shit. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. But again, if you're one of them people who do point the finger at people who coming from the projects, don't forget, one day we all gonna be in this position. The projects was just a project. It's a test run. They want to see how long they can do that shit, and then they gonna start hitting everybody else with it. Because just like they remove shackles off one amount of people, if you believe in that story, they put the shackles on all of us now. It's my opinion. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts.
We are walking in as two white guys and a Chinese girl with a weird pair of glasses. If they communicated at all,
We're done, dude.
yeah, we're done. Should we send it, guys? Let's go in. Okay, so we're here. The Colt's right there. Should we just enter from... Dude, Ben, I'm following you. I'm too nervous right now. You start your spy watch? Right now? Right now, yeah. Okay. They're just showing up with our bags and just hoping they accept us in. Hi, how's it going? Alright, my name's Ben.
Ben, you had one job. My name's Bob.
I think I was just so paranoid walking into this that I just forgot what my fake name was. I honestly that was a bad slip up for me. Is that what you said your name is?
You just did a double take. You go, hi, I'm Ben, and he goes, what's your name again?
They probably were like, be on the lookout for a Ben. That's like my middle name. Everyone calls me Bob, I guess.
Where y'all coming from? You got like backpack or?
We're kind of just hitchhiking around right now, and then.
Is it a hotel or something?
No.
Well.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I was at the Yellow Deli, and then they said I could bring two of my friends. So I just met these guys probably like 6 days ago. I guess that save was good enough, and they decided to continue talking to us.
My name's Dayog.
Oh, Dayog, nice.
What's your name?
I'm Harry, but I go by Papa H.
Okay.
I know the Colt's not going to want to call me Papa H. I'm supposed to get really offended that he's calling me Harry.
I call you Harry?
It kind of makes me feel uncomfortable, but I prefer Papa H, to be honest. He's been saying it the whole time. I've been trying to call him Harry, too. I don't really...
I call you Papa, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like... How about H? H work?
Do me a favor. Look at your hand. Look at your palm. Right? Look at the lines on your palm. Are they like deep and dark? Or are you like me and you kind of like got baby hands? Right? If the answer is baby hands, let me talk to you. Come here. Let's conference real quick. You are a brand new soul. Okay, listen. When you first come to Earth, you got to do like 3,000 years or like, yeah, something like that. 3,000 years of lifetimes as an animal. And that's them three lines, them three main lines. You feel me? And then other than that, you're like human. And every time you come back as a human, you get more darker and more defined lines. So if you don't have no lines on your hand for real, you're a brand new soul. You are just now incarnating as a human for like maybe your first, second time. Like you don't know nothing about this world, okay? And that's probably why it's taking you a little longer to get some things, okay? Be kind with yourself. You have to learn how to be kind and gentle with yourself. Because one thing about us brand new souls, we're here to facilitate a new form of love. We're here to facilitate a new form of being into this world. 9 times out of 10, if you're a brand new soul, you're meant to be in the 5D. And if you're meant to be in the 5D, you're here to usher in a new form of peace, love, and light for your chosen lineage. You feel me? Everybody has their own chosen lineage, and everybody is trying to turn the tides for their own lineage. And you're brand new, baby. You got ushered in just to help your lineage. I'm just saying. Claps to you, baby. This your like second, third lifetime, and you incarnated in one of the most stressful time periods. Kudos to you. Your claps, you need them. Your praise, you need it.
She gonna piss some people off with that one. I'm already knowing, because some people gonna disagree, some people not. Just hold the insults. It's no need to get insulting. But also, the clip before that, I wish we could have heard more about that.
I'm at the tallest elevation point in the world in Mauna Kea, Hawaii. You see those telescopes behind me? I thought telescopes was when somebody went and did this number here and you looked up at the stars and in the sky. They actually shoot laser beams out to the atmosphere, which in return reflect them back, and then it gives them some kind of a cosmic map to let them know what's out there. That tells me we live in a simulation. None of this is real. Even the things that we think are our reality are not our reality, but it's all a part of this construct and the movie set that we live on. But When you started to peel back the layers of your life and seeing things, you realize that most of our world is some sort of a movie set or scripted reality.
Shit don't be feeling real.
Okay, so there's only 3 degrees. This is both the first lesson you get as a Mason and the last lesson you get as a Mason. If you understand the difference between the two, the beginning and the end, you're a 33rd degree Mason. Meaning, if you understand what I'm about to say, you can skip all that bullshit. Now, you can go there if you want, but I'm a Freemason. I don't go to the lodge, nigga. I don't care about your stories, bro. I don't care about your initiations. Just remind me how the geometry works. Oh yeah, the symbol shows me the whole thing. All right, bet. I don't need to go into the lodge because I'm actually a Freemason. Right. I have no oath to a lodge. I have no oath to any loyalties anywhere. I'm a Freemason. I can build as I move. All right, that's what it means, by the way. Anyway, there's only 3 degrees. You have concentration, ecentration, and stabilization. The third element sits in between. So as something stabilizes, it recruits both offense and defense, male and female, left and right, expansion and collapse, which is why yoga, the idea of yoga is bringing in that energy into your awareness, into your field. How do you do that? Well, you must make the 2 mediums that you have access to still. So we use the air to speak, so you got to hold your breath, and we use the body to move, so you have to be still, right? If you're perceptive, you'll realize what vision does, and you'll go to the dark. Those 3 things express themselves as expansion, contraction, and inertia. Those are the only 3 degrees. Now, of course, you're going to go on a journey to see how you can put those together. And as you put those together, you're going to find other fundamental forces, other relationships in life that use expansion, stabilization, and collapse. And you're going to name them different things. You're going to go off on this journey and you're going to swear you have problems. And if you never return to the trinity of expansion, isometric, stabilization, and collapse, if you never return to the Trinity, you will always be lost. But again, we're in a simple game, not a complex one. There's only 3 degrees. So when you have the problem, understand the relationships between the 3 degrees. It's rock, paper, scissors, yo. Simply rock, paper, scissors.
Every time he get to going, I learn.
We need to all collectively stop talking about the Bermuda Triangle until we start talking about the Alaskan Triangle. So many people talk about Amelia Earhart, rest in peace to her, and the disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle, how it's a portal. Have y'all heard of the Alaskan Triangle? 1,000 people have disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle, but over 10,000 disappearances have happened in the Alaskan Triangle. This is between Barrow, Anchorage, and Juneau, Alaska. And when I tell you guys, hikers, tourists, whole groups of people vanish. This is real stuff. You can literally look this up, y'all. Like, this is real. Aircrafts, ships, like it is most definitely a portal. 10,000 plus people, bro. Since the 80s, are you serious? I just don't understand how more people don't know about it. It's like everyone just collectively ignores it. And part of me feels like it's like that on purpose so that we don't like think too much into what the heck is going on over there. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all, not 10,000. I just fact checked it. 16,000 people since the 80s. Make it all worse, Alaska has huge sections of unmapped wilderness. So basically, like, because of the ice and the elements, all of the crime scenes, like anything that would have happened, anything irregular that scientists could at least, research, it's hidden by the environment. Yeah. It's like nature's like working with whatever's going on over there to keep things hidden. And I know that sounds insane, but at this point, I can't explain away 16,000 disappearances. It got so bad that the indigenous people of that area have a whole like shapeshifter theory called the Kushtaka, where basically it's almost like Skinwalker. They mimic human voices to lure you into the wilderness and then brutally unalive you and take your soul in your face. Yeah. And there's been a lot of quote unquote UFO sightings. TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only, please. Y'all, it's absolutely crazy. There are so many things in this world that are so unexplainable. Should we make this a series? Don't forget to like and follow, y'all.
Alaska always got like unexplained things that happen from the UFOs. Y'all remember the rabbit hole we took of Alaska when they say that there's reptilians? Now, we just went over one where they said a family of reptilians would go into the river or the water, pretty much. I'm just now hearing about the Alaskan Triangle, though. Have y'all heard about it? Y'all let me know. But again, like I said, there's so many unexplained situations that be going on in Alaska. The shit be crazy. But y'all know we made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate you be watching your TV, whatever the case is. I wish it was smooth 7. Love y'all, Collective. Till I see everybody in the next one. Y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, yeah, I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount.